Greetings and salutations, YouTubers. This is ZillaFan85, and I've got another figure review today. Definitely one I had pointed out before that I was expecting this figure to be coming in and was really excited for it, and that I did want to do a review on it. So, of course, this is none other than the Bandai 1962 King Kong, obviously the Toho King Kong from King Kong vs. Godzilla. So obviously with that particular design, this Bandai model, it's a very, very well done figure. I really, really like it. I was really excited to get it when I did. I did have to order it from a seller on eBay from Japan, but they shipped it very quickly. This figure, of course, it's rare and it's out of print, basically. You know, they don't make these anymore, so it is fairly pricey. I have not seen any of these for under $100, just to be honest with you. So that is one thing you're going to have to kind of note going into this. But definitely an awesome addition to the collection if you're interested and you're a fan. I highly, highly recommend it. So we'll go ahead and jump into this. Like I said, this is the Kong design from King Kong vs. Godzilla. Obviously, one of the two Toho designs. The other being the 1967 King Kong from King Kong Escapes. And I do like that Kong design better, but unfortunately, those are extremely hard to find figures. I have not actually seen any Bandai ones. I do know that the Raymundo figures, which also produced this version of Kong, produced the 1967 Kong from King Kong Escapes as well. And I saw that one online, but unfortunately they were, I think I pointed out in my last video, they were like these off colors, and I didn't really want that. I wanted the traditional looking color as you see here with this particular Bandai figure anyway. So it was kind of a downer, but you know, nonetheless, I was just really, really happy to have this figure. So let's go ahead and get into it. Obviously, first thing with the paint job here, as you can see, I'll try to keep it in view as best as I can. Kong has this obviously darkish brown color, this paint all over him, obviously indicative of the color of his fur in the movie. And they actually do a decent job, but hopefully you can see it from here, with the paint job as well, making the details all over for the fur, so you can actually see the fine hairs of the fur on the figure. So nicely done job there, and you know, pretty basic. This is not going to be anything too intense, because really the only other, basically the only other color scheme you see is this lightish or lighter-ish brown color, which he's got on his paws, his hands and feet. You know, for the parts where the fur doesn't cover him, on his chest here, yeah, with the nipples intact. And then of course on his face, and you can see too, they did do a bit of they did some detailing for the teeth as well, also in sort of a almost like a tannish color, I guess you could say. It's still kind of brown, still kind of in that brown family though. The eyes not really painted in, so almost like a blank, sort of a blankish looking eyes. It's pretty creepy looking, but I mean, you can actually see though the like the pupils there. They just didn't really paint it in. He did have different color eye pupils in the movie, but nonetheless, so I still like it, and that kind of creepy feel to it I kind of like as well. This was a very creepy looking King Kong to me, but nonetheless though, I definitely still liked it. Like I said, very, very happy to get that in. So obviously then along with that, so that kind of shows that they, because that kind of segues in with the detail as well. Like I said, so with the eyes and teeth there, that they sort of detail, and obviously, like I said too, with the when they paint with the paint as well on the fur, that you can see the detailing on that, and of course, like I said, the chest and whatnot, and the feet and hands. are pretty well detailed, and obviously again the Bandai insignias on the bottom of the feet. That's something they very oftentimes do on the Bandai figures, I think in most cases. So again, another look around at Kong. So, like I said, not too much as far as paint and detail. They kind of go hand in hand, so I kind of just meshed them together here. So not too much there. And then, of course, the other big point that I usually talk about is obviously articulation, something we always look for. But again, with this Kong, very basic articulation. So you've got the movements in the arms, and they can rotate all the way around. Back there, same in this arm, and back, and then the legs, I believe they can go all the way around. Yep, pretty much, yeah. Just move it back, and just to show you, go around with the other leg, basically all the way around. So 360 rotation in the arms and legs. So, pretty basic, like I said, but, better than nothing, obviously. But nonetheless, like I said, so pretty basic figure. Nonetheless, though, very, very awesome. One that I was really, really excited to have. And, so one other thing that we can talk about here is a bit of scaling. I don't have the 1962 Godzilla, like the Bandai version in this size or anything like that. I don't have the 1962 Godzilla, period. Just my personal opinion. I'm not the biggest fan of that Godzilla suit, but, that's just me. But anyways, we do have the, obviously, I reviewed it before, the Bandai Toho King Kong. And as you can actually see, they do size in pretty perfectly here. So even though this is the 62 Kong, not the 67 one, you can see, though, these were basically made from the same mold. I think another YouTube reviewer had said that as well. So they're essentially the same size and everything. The only thing is Mechanic Kong kind of crowned out at the top of his head there, with the speaker and what have you. So it might give him a bit of a height advantage, but those do scale in together. They would look very nice on a shelf together, which is kind of how I have them. But nonetheless, though, just an awesome figure all around. Like I said, it's not 100%, but it's pretty movie accurate overall. And again, just an awesome addition, a very rare, excuse me, a rare figure. So, so like I said, they are fairly costly, but nonetheless, if you're interested, I highly recommend picking it up. Just note that you gonna have to dig into your pockets a bit, though, for a figure like this, but certainly something that I was very, very excited for, and I was kind of happy to do this review today too. Obviously, this weekend was San Diego Comic-Con. Unfortunately, I've never been. Bucket list item, though. Hopefully I'll get there someday. But I know that that Warner Brothers, obviously they had the Godzilla King of the Monsters panel there, and that they dropped the first official trailer, which I watched and was really, really excited about after seeing it. I don't know exactly what direction they're going to go in, because I know last time it looked like Godzilla was set up to be a villain in the 2014 movie, and then ended up being like a anti-hero, basically. So I'm not 100% sure which direction they're going to go in, but, I don't want to go into it knowing too much anyways, but I really, really was excited after seeing that trailer nonetheless. So, especially get to see King Ghidorah, Mothra, and Rodan, all along with Godzilla, among my favorite kaiju of all time. So it was kind of cool then getting to do this figure review of the Toho King Kong here today, kind of going along with that. So anyways, though, again, like I said, a rare figure. They don't make these anymore. This was made in 1993 by Bandai. But again, if you like collecting and you're a fan, I definitely recommend this. So that should about take us to the end of this video, though, folks. So I do thank you so much for watching. If you would like to subscribe, please feel free to do so. If you would like to like and or comment on any of my videos, please feel free to do so as well. But until next time, ladies and gentlemen, just remember, you be good to yourselves, and sayonara.